So it's time. Um, last year, I came across this axe at one of my favorite flea markets up north in Pulaski. And it's super cool. If you haven't watched that video, I don't blame me because it was a year ago. But it's a Jersey Boys axe made by Emerson and Steven. It's got the handmade stamp on it, stamped 2 3/4, and it's in really good condition, right? Is it perfect? No. Is it rusty? Yeah, but that's kind of my jam, right? You can see what I paid for it a year ago. I couldn't pick this thing up fast enough. You know what I mean? I smiling ear to ear when I grabbed it. But it's a really cool head. I guess that would technically be a wedge, not a half wedge. I don't know. I'm really bad at main axe terminology. But it's a Jersey, and it's a boys axe. So, when another axe buddy, Mike Normandy, thank you again, Mike, sent along a trade package, he included this Whiskey River 28-inch NEC handle. Which is, I believe, a replica of a Tatum Handle Company handle from back in the day, which is a main axe company, or main axe handle company, and it's just it's going to be a perfect pairing, I think, with that head. So I'm looking for a project to do right now while I'm waiting to get feedback on the while I'm waiting to get some feedback on what handle or head to hang on the white oak handle that we just carved. So while we're waiting for feedback on that, I'm gonna work on this because I really want to. It's another good reason, right? So it's the 28 NEC, and I believe this is ash. I was talking with Ed at Red Beard Knife and Tool, and he mentioned that they did do a brief run of these in ash. Because it doesn't quite look like hickory. It feels slightly different. So that's kind of neat. I'm not sure if I'll leave it the bare white wood or if I'll do a little stain on it with iron acetate. But we'll see. We'll see. First things first, we need to liberate this head. It's only 2 3/4 pounds. From this huge 36-inch handle. This handle isn't terrible. I've seen worse for sure, but the palm swell is pretty flat, kind of like a board. Shape of it's not bad, but I don't know. This cool of a head deserves something better. So first things first, let's get this free. So this handle or head doesn't look too bad. I might be able to get this, there we go. So I might be able to get this out without too much crazy amount of work. There's no metal stop wedges in here, which I appreciate. I know some guys love them, but not me. I just got a basic wood wedge. That was not terribly short, but a little too short for this head. Yeah. That was very easy. Let's hope this drives out just as easy. Now, I believe this is actually a full-size axe eye, which is probably why this is hung on a full-size handle. If you're just going about it and you break your handle that's on your head and you need a replacement, you're not going to find a shorter full-size eye, but a shorter handle pretty much in any hardware stores. Or any hardware stores that I've been in. And this is definitely just like a standard hardware store replacement handle. So you can't fault them too much, whoever hung it. That may have been the easiest handle removal I have done yet. Definitely on this channel. We had, there was some contact in there. Not a ton, but this will go in the scrap pile. Save it for another project. All right, now next, I'm going to take it to just the brush that I've got on my drill press. I'm not going to take the full-blown wire wheel to it yet, unless I think it needs it. So I'll bring you over there. All right, that's pretty good. Get a closer look. All right, so someone in the X's life took off some mushrooming on the pole. Thankfully, they didn't really touch that stamp. You can tell there's some marks from being clamped into a vise with hardened jaws. Unfortunately, it looks like the eye isn't really deformed. Maybe this lug is leaned out a little bit, but it's super thin, so maybe this one's pounded in a little. We'll see. I can't make out the stamp for the year at the back here. I know they're usually stamped with the year. Maybe that's a 33. I don't know. I'm not sure what year Emerson and Stevens closed up, but yeah, the 2 3/4 cleaned up nice. Whoever hung the axe at some point beat on the top of this thing pretty badly. So I am, because it's not all original, right? I do want to clean it up, because just looking at that top profile, that just looks so unsightly to me. Same with the deformation at the top of this eye here. So I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to try to leave as much of the patina down here as possible. Just kind of restore it to its normal former lines, because it's a really elegant axe. I like it. So I want it to look right from the top down at least. So clean that up with some files. And I probably will go back through, because I know I'm scratching up the surface a little bit here, but I want to remove that mushrooming. I'll probably go back through and just give it a light scrubbing and maybe hit it with some cold blue. We'll see. I might just leave it too. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, we are losing some patina when I'm doing this, but I'm making the lines on the axe correct, and I'm fixing the abuse, so it's going to be what it's going to be. Patina will come back eventually. Alright, look how much nicer the inside of that eye is. Is it a little bulge right there? Yep, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's an old axe. It can keep some of its history, you know. I'm debating as to whether to give some of those patches a light sanding and hit it with some blue. Maybe let's try to clean it up a little bit first with a scrubby pad, and then we'll see what we're working with a little better. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, just so this fresh stuff doesn't stand out as much, is just hit it with a little bit of cold blue, just so it blends in. It's not a whole sanding and bluing job. Just a little, adding a little force patina. So quick and dirty bluing job. I feel like part of the charm of these main heads is they're really rustic, right? They're rustic. Nah. They're rough, a little rough around the edges, right? They're elegant, but they're also kind of crude, I guess. I don't know how to articulate what I'm thinking. But like I said, they've got a little bit of rough around the edges, but they just mean business, and that's what makes them so cool, right? They're just utilitarian. But in that, there's an elegance to it. So I think sanding it up super fancy and polishing it and stuff like that is just not what it's about for these heads. You know, they're more forged finish, keeping some of the bumps and nicks and lines and history from it. But getting it back in working form, I guess. I don't know. I'm rambling, just kind of getting some thoughts out there. What do you think? What would you have done with this? My thoughts also, by not going too crazy right now, I can also always go back and do more to it if I ever wanted to, but I think this is exactly what it needs. Nothing, no fancy jobs on it. I'm not going to go crazy with the soil either because I want to start hanging it now, but put a little bit of oil on it just to protect it. Alright, so that's what we ended up with. I like it. I can always go back and do a little more work on it if I want, but I think it's good the way it is. That cool handmade ENS MFG Co. Super neat. At 2 and maybe 2/4. That says 3/4. It'd be kind of odd to to stamp it 2/4, but you never know. Still can't make out what year that might have been. Maybe 29, 22, 29. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And I know up here there's usually a stamp from who tempered it, but I don't see. I think it might have been lost to where the eye was forged. But yeah, super cool. I'll start working on hanging it. So we've got our head cleaned up, partially blued. Like I said, we just hit those spots so it doesn't, the corrected spots don't jump out as much. Now, see how it fits on the handle. Oh, that's going to be nice. That's not going to take much shaping at all. I'm excited for that. That's going to be really nice. Sweet. Okay. It's a little bit in the middle, it looks like. All right, let's try to get going on that. Then that's not going to look awesome. It's going good. I will say the ash is a little bit softer, but it's real easy to work. You gotta keep in mind, I'm also going from working the white oak too, so a little bit of a difference. But it's it worked quickly, which is nice. So. Alright, so we're starting to get good contact on the sides. Got a bit of a gap to fill in the back here, but that should close up as we drop it on the shoulder more. It's going on nice and straight though, so and it feels really good right from the start, so I'm liking it a lot. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it for a night. Made good progress so far. We got the head cleaned up, the portions that we kind of touched up, blued a little bit, just so they don't stand out as bad. We got good progress hanging it on the head, about halfway in. The handle's feeling absolutely great. I really like this, the feel of this. I think it'll be a perfect match for this head. I kind of decided I'm just going to leave the handle bare. I'm not going to do any kind of stain or anything on it. Just oil. So I think it'll be a very cool, kind of classic looking build. So stay tuned for part 2, where we'll probably finish it up. So. thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. If you haven't gone and give me some input on the white oak handle that I'm carving and what I should hang on it, let me know. Yeah, other than that, stay tuned for more cool projects. Take care, everyone.